Okay, let me now speak to Dr. Dana Atwini. She's the Permanent Secretary of the... Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening, my dear.
You are the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Health. You are a doctor.
Yes.
Let me ask you a very direct question for starters.
Yes.
Do you find the concerns of these, your fellow doctors, valid?
They are very valid.
So valid as they are, what are you doing to make sure you do something about these concerns that you find very valid? Because they're saying, look, their pay is a niggardly pay. As a permanent secretary, you earn 15.4 million Uganda shillings. And that was increased at the start of this year. Permanent secretaries used to earn 3.7 million. Now it's 15.4. And it comes on time. These interns, they earn about 1 million Uganda shillings. And many times it goes months on end through. They've got rent to pay, they've got bills to pay, and they work for long hours. So if you say their concerns are valid, where is anything to show that these are valid concerns and you're doing something about them as government?
No, I think what we need to also understand is that this problem is not new. We are not talking about something that has just popped up. It is something that has been on, and I think government over time realized that if they increase one section of the, remember when they increased the salary of the doctors to attract them to the health center force, and they increased their salary, the understanding was that it would continue the next year or the subsequent years. They would also increase like the specialists, the nurses, the clinic officers, and all that group. However, I think when they sat down to calculate, they realized that the money that was needed was quite a lot. And they realized that it was not only doctors that were affected. You know, we have had teachers striking, we've had state attorneys striking. So the president said that this problem cannot be handled in a piecemeal. And they realized that if you handle one group, then the other one, you'll have perpetual strikes all over the place. So the president put in place the salary review committee that is this is a representation of all the public service commissions, the service commissions. This is public service, health service, judiciary, prisons, and all those service commissions, to harmonize together with finance and public service to come up with the amount and come back to the cabinet so that it is done wholesomely.
Dr. Atwini, you see, if I hear the doctors right, they're saying this is another promise, like several other promises that have been made, and there's been no fulfillment, and that is another of their concerns. So here's another promise. This is going to be tabled before the Salaries Review Commission, and then we're going to do something about it. Why should they believe this if previous promises have not been fulfilled, Doctor?
No, of course I understand their concern that it is taking long. But I think there is no any other way we can do this other than harmonizing all this and getting a solution once and for all.
Let me be sure I get you right. So you're saying for now there's not going to be an increment for them at all?
It may delay because when we met at State House, we had we had Health Service Commission, we had Public Service, Finance, everybody in that meeting. And what came out clearly is that this consultation and coming up with a report that is going to be presented to the president is going to be ready by end of November. So by now coming up with a solution to not be feasible. So until that committee comes up with a recommendation, presents it to cabinet, they pass it, and then now in the next financial year, then they sit and budget. It is not possible in the middle of the financial year. It's not very easy for you to come up with any kind of financial commitment. It has to be at the end of the financial year.
That's to do with salaries, and whether or not they will buy it is another subject matter altogether. But see, the other concern they have is that they don't have staff to work with. Even if you were to increase their pay, they go to hospitals, there are no gloves. There's a picture that I saw, a very disturbing picture of, I think it was a surgeon that went to operate on a lady that was going to give birth. There were no gumboots for them to use in the theater, and so this surgeon decided to wear gloves in their feet to make sure they don't catch germs and that kind of thing. And that's the story across many health centers. So away from the salaries issue, which you're saying, Salaries Review Commission, another promise there you are, how about the equipment?
No, but I think over time, of course, we cannot say that we have reached where we want to get. But if you have been following, at least in the recent times, there has been really government commitment to increase the equipment in facilities, upgrade facilities, expand facilities, renovate facilities. There's that huge amount of work that has been going on. But you see, you cannot build, I mean, Rome was not built in one day. So for sure, it's not like a magic that you wake up in the morning and everything is there. But also I want you to know that those are micromanagement. You know, gumboots, when we send money to the facilities, there's what we call PHC. PHC fund, even if it is little, it is supposed to handle those critical things.
But if it's little,
if you do not, no. If surely you cannot say that you would fail to buy gumboots for a nurse delivering or a surgeon because you have failed to get money. I think that is also
so what should they
maybe
do when the money
on
is
the
available? They use their salary money to buy these gumboots, the gloves, and all the different things they need.
No.
Because they've resorted to asking women, please come with these things. Otherwise, you're going to die because we don't have them. And we've done stories where women literally go to the hospitals with everything that's needed.
But I want you also to know that what you read there, some of those things actually are stage managed to, for some reason, to make a case.
You know that women have died as they were trying to give birth in this country, and we've covered some of those stories. Why? Because there were no equipment in the hospitals. So are those deaths stage managed, doctor? Are you saying?
They are not all. What I'm saying, I'm just giving you that example of the gloves. Surely every quarter money is sent to the facilities. Surely a good administrator, a good planner cannot fail to buy a pair of gumboots. And how can you explain that? It's sheer negligence, I think, on that one. I will not buy that one. That really a facility would fail to get gumboots.
So you're saying you give them enough money to buy everything
it is need. Not enough,
because
but you see, let me tell you,
it shouldn't be a big deal.
No,
but if there's no money,
let me tell
buy
you,
that from their own salaries.
You can there's what we call prioritization. Gumboots is a priority because it protects the service provider. That is number one. Safety to the provider, number one. Safety to the patient, number two. You understand? So you cannot say that surely gumboots that cost 8,000 or 10,000.
8,000 is obviously
no. Really compared.
You seem to be comparing apples and oranges.
No, because
now that you raise the issue of prioritization,
yes, we need to prioritize. We need to prioritize.
You are in government. You're a permanent secretary, and as PSS, you plan literally, you implement on behalf of government. Are our priorities in this country the right side up?
Well, I will speak for myself. I'm not going to talk about other agencies. So for me, priority, we are setting priorities. That's why we are trying to improve the working condition by making sure that where our doctors work from, they have what they need. Of course, we cannot say that they may have everything because the numbers that come to our facilities are well overwhelming. Now we are saying, how can we reduce on this huge amount of work on our workers by way of reducing the workload, by way of reducing the disease burden, by way of educating our people to prevent diseases. By doing that, you are helping our worker to work less. You are helping our worker to save money that would go into treatable diseases, to buy more sophisticated things and also avail more supplies and give that person a better pay.
Well, your task is an arduous one.
Yes.
We hope that you'll find remedies to this. Because
by God's grace,
go to hospitals,
by God's
they should
grace,
find doctors
by
there.
God's
but
grace,
the doctors are saying, pay them, avail what they need. Dr. Diana Twine, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for